Mark, how do you make sure that the shows, I mean, obviously they all have different tones and different stories, but how do you make sure that they still share some sort of connective DNA?
That's a really good question. I don't know that it's something we deliberately try to do, but these shows, look, we're so lucky that we started our maiden voyage was, happens to be Interview with the Vampire. So I knew that was going to happen. And I mean, it's an extraordinary television show. And Ronald Jones, who created an entire cast, we're going to meet a lot of them shortly. It's this great basis, this great anchor from which to work. And then we have Mayfair Witches, which is really entertaining. And now this show, all three of them, on one hand, couldn't be more different, but they have themes and characters, and I think concerns all tied together. So on one hand, you're not going to be confused when you're watching an Interview with the Vampire and think, oh, is this Mayfair Witches? But you will say there is a connection. And that's what we want to do. And so we have, as you know, a certain amount of shared actors who come and go, but we're going to be very judicious about it and make sure that when Eric Bogosian shows up in another show, that there's a reason for it.
Okay. We have time for a couple quick audience questions if you want, but I will have to cut it in like 5 minutes because we have something special. So let's have the nun. Because that's not terrifying.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from Buffalo, New York. So happy and I wanted to know, it's a tremendous weight of responsibility to bring this world to life, that because Anne is such a talented author, it must feel like such a privilege to do this, to bring this world into ours.
Totally, it does feel like a real privilege, and I think
it's a real honor, and there's a real responsibility comes to it because we need to do justice to her works.
You do a beautiful job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. I'm from Manchester local. I'm sorry. Just throwing that out there.
No, we loved it, Manchester.
What? No, truly.
We're Mancunians now, come on.
Excellent. Who do you support though? That's not my question. Sorry, I throw that out. What superpower or power would you have that's not something you already have as your character? Is my question. Thanks.
I love that question so much because I think I have this real need to levitate. It's just been in me since I was younger. I dream about levitating. I want to levitate. All I want to do is do that. That would be my power if I could. What about you?
Are you levitating today?
Yeah, I'm levitating.
Okay,
This chair's not here.
Eric?
Well, the older a vampire gets, they can get better and better powers. They can have the fire gift, or they can fly. I'm a very new vampire, so I'm trying to aspire past the level I'm at. The level I'm at is I'm a really good bowler. So anything better than that, I would take at this point.
Fly?
Yeah, I would like to be able to fly, sure.
Can we talk about that? Yeah,
Mind reading.
we need to work on that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm from Toronto.
Go Blue Jays.
Wrong city for that, Mark.
So I'm really curious. Obviously, Anne Rice is the inspiration, but both from an acting and writing perspective, what other materials you take inspiration from when writing and creating characters in the universe?
Sure, it was great to have Anne's books, Anne's writing about the Talamasca, creating the Talamasca, presenting Talamascan agents, etc., and her work. But in addition to that, trying to come at it from from the kind of the spy world, I thought, God, what I'd love to do is if I could create something or write something that felt like John Le Carre writing a novel that had vampires in it. So I leaned heavily into the spy world with that. But yeah, it's been so much fun.
I sometimes look at different books, sometimes that don't necessarily have anything to do with it. Like I read John Steinbeck's The Pearl, which is all about obsession, and I found that very helpful. But recently I just saw Jacob's Ladder, which is an incredibly kind of powerful movie and super gnarly. But I really found a weird comparison for somebody thrust into a world that has kind of immortals or things from the underworld that really pierce and hit you psychologically. And yeah, I think if I went back in time, I'd watch it before I'd done the show. But well.
All right, thank you. Have you pulled any inspiration from it?
I wanted to say one thing, that Anne Rice was a genius, and she deftly used the supernatural to explore really, really serious questions that I personally would like to ponder, and explores them in such a way that there's no facile answers in her, in the way she plots everything out, and the way it all evolves and gets woven together. And I love it for that reason, because I mean, immortality, that's a question by itself. Like, would you want to be immortal or not? And she asks those questions a lot. I love it. I love it.
Here.
All right, so I just got the signal that I have to cut it off now because I actually have two things to show you now.